Have you ever stopped to think about the really weird ways we describe feeling intensely in love or excitement? Like we say we're over the moon, or maybe we have butterflies in our stomach. But today I want to talk about one that's particularly topsy-turvy: head over heels. Think about it for a second. What does it even mean to be head over heels? Literally, it's a complete inversion, right? Your head, normally the command center, ends up where your heels should be. It sounds like a recipe for a tumble. And yet, when we say someone is head over heels, it paints this beautiful picture of being completely and utterly captivated, whether by a person, an idea, or even a passion. Now, where does this curious phrase come from? Well, it actually started out describing a literal physical action. Back in the 14th century, it was used to describe someone doing a somersault or a tumble, quite literally turning head over heels. It wasn't until the 17th century that it started to take on the metaphorical meaning we know today, describing that feeling of being so overwhelmed by emotion that you feel like you've been turned upside down. Isn't that fascinating? A physical description of a clumsy movement transforming into this poetic way of expressing intense emotion? It speaks volumes about how language evolves and how we, as humans, find creative ways to articulate our inner experiences. Now let's think about what it really means to be head over heels in our lives. It's not just about romantic love, is it? Have you ever been so excited about a new project at work that you couldn't stop thinking about it? Maybe even lost sleep? Well, that could be you feeling head over heels for your work. Or perhaps you discovered a new hobby, like painting or playing an instrument, and suddenly everything else fades into the background. You're completely absorbed, totally invested, head over heels in your newfound passion. The beauty of this phrase lies in its implication of a joyful surrender. When you're head over heels, you're not holding back. You're letting yourself be swept away by the feeling, the excitement, the love. There's a sense of abandon, a delightful loss of control. And while losing control might sound scary in some contexts, in this one, it's often associated with pure happiness and exhilaration. Now think about the last time you felt truly head over heels about something. What was it? What did it feel like? That rush of energy, that constant smile, that feeling that nothing else really mattered in that moment. That's the power of this expression. It encapsulates that all-consuming, joyful feeling in just 3 simple words. But what if we could harness that head over heels energy in other areas of our lives? What if we could approach our daily tasks, our relationships, even our challenges with that same level of enthusiasm and passionate commitment? Imagine tackling a difficult problem at work with the same fervor you'd have when planning a surprise for someone you love. Or imagine engaging in a conversation with a friend with the same level of captivated attention you'd give to a thrilling story. Perhaps the phrase head over heels isn't just about describing a feeling, but also about inspiring a way of being, a way of embracing life with wholehearted enthusiasm and joy. It reminds us that there's a certain magic in letting go, in fully immersing ourselves in the things that bring us joy and excitement. So the next time you hear someone say they're head over heels, or maybe even when you feel it yourself, take a moment to appreciate the beauty and the power of this quirky little phrase. It's a reminder that sometimes the best way to experience life is to let yourself be joyfully turned upside down. Now, here's a thought for you. What if we could intentionally find one small thing each day to feel just a little bit head over heels about? Maybe it's a beautiful sunset, a delicious cup of coffee, or a kind word from a stranger. What kind of positive impact could that have on our overall outlook? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section or on our website at EnglishPlusPodcast.com. And my friends, if you enjoy these short episodes from English Plus, you will love our longer episodes, audio series, and courses on English Plus Podcast. So to find out our latest content, head over to EnglishPlusPodcast.com, and while at it, consider unlocking access to everything English Plus Podcast has to offer by subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Patreon. Thank you for listening. I will see you again soon with another intriguing short from English Plus Podcast.